Hello friends, it's Dave here from SaveDex, continuing my mission to break my backlog. And I have beaten my third game, being Max, the Curse of Brotherhood. So now I am ready to give you my thoughts. If you want to keep up with me trying to get through more games I've broken from my backlog, then make sure you hit that subscribe button, that would be very nice of you. Max, the Curse of Brotherhood is a puzzle platformer where you take control of Max, who finds Brotherhood to be quite the curse. Imagine that. In fact, he looks up a curse online to get rid of his brother, but it ends up working, and his brother, Felix, is whisked away to another dimension, so Max has to go and save him. Kind of made us think of Labyrinth for some reason. So how does this game play? It has a 2.5D perspective. Simply use the analog stick to move, A to jump, and X to interact with things. A short way into the game you get this magic pen, where holding ZR lets you use the pen to activate certain things. Pressing A will let you create something, and pressing Y will destroy something you created. This is the core mechanic of the game, and the game's world is very cleverly designed around this concept. I'm going to call them spells for lack of a better word, and the first one you get is the ability to make pillars grow out of the ground. The second is to make branches appear, and you can even draw what shape they come out to help you navigate your way forward. And you later get the ability to create vines that you can swing on. There are 5 different spells to learn throughout the game, the final 2 not being until the second half, and I won't spoil them for you, but I did find them to be the most fun. For the most part, the controls are amazing. The way you move feels so fluid, and when it comes to physics-based sections, being able to manipulate vines, attach them to branches and swing across things, it feels so satisfying, and each area has been expertly crafted to take full advantage of the game's mechanics. It's always a joy to work out how to get past an area, although for the most part it wasn't all that difficult to work out, it always felt good to pull off. You may have noticed I said for the most part when saying how good the controls are. Well, there are a couple of downsides. Firstly, there are touchscreen controls when playing in handheld. Just draw with your finger to create things. Sadly though, I found it to be a bit unresponsive and would often take a few attempts to get it to register my finger, but that is optional at least. What isn't optional though is that there are a few times where the game intends you to move fast. Either there'll be something chasing you or the ground starts crumbling and you need to run, jump, climb and create stuff at fast speed in order to escape. These areas weren't all that fun as the game really doesn't feel designed for fast speed. They aren't terrible, but they just really aren't this game's strong point. But at least it doesn't take long to load it back up. One thing the game really does excel at is the graphics, as you've no doubt noticed watching this footage. It has a cartoony look to it and everything looks crisp and clean with bold colours, and the 2.5D camera really helps to enhance the look of certain areas, letting you see things in the background and foreground in the best possible way. The monster designs are fantastic too. Sometimes they can look horrifying, but in that childish cartoony way. The way the camera pans around reminds me of Donkey Kong Country Returns at times, as well as some of the locations, and that's a fantastic game that I love, so it's all good. One nice touch is when you use the pen to create something, there's a circle around it, showing how big you can create that specific object, as each one has a certain size it can go to. The circle closes in as you use it. Even though you can see the ink disappear out of the pen as well, this circle I found to be a great help. The sound in this game is atmospheric, with not a whole lot to say in the music department, but there's a lot of sound effects that sound good and the voice acting is decent.
Now Max, hand me your weapon. I will grant it my soul.
Max himself gets a lot of character out through his dialogue, and is surprisingly confident at times, which is especially surprising when you see the hell he goes through in this game. Get Lanta.
Yeah! Have a nice party in there, boy!
Seriously, he takes a beating sometimes. The game costs £14.99 on the eShop, and I very luckily got it on a sale, but even at the full price it was a decent one to pick up. It wasn't too long a game, I beat it in about 5 hours, but I had so much fun with it. It doesn't end there though, as you can freely choose any chapter and level from the main menu to replay, and there are secrets to find in most of them, such as these eyes which act as cameras for the villain. Just find them and destroy them to tick them off the list. So there is replay value here. I've played a fair few puzzle platformers lately, so going into this one I thought I'd feel a bit burnt out with them, but this is one of the best ones I've played. It may not be too long or difficult, but I had such a fun time with this game. It has a very appealing design to it, the levels are structured fantastically, and the controls really complemented the game's mechanics, and it was always so satisfying to pull off. Maximum fun, and certainly no curse on my gaming time. Thank you so much for watching this review. Have you ever played this one? What did you think of it? Let me know in those comments down below, and make sure you click that like button and hit that subscribe to join the party and see more from us in the future. Thank you so much for watching everyone. See you in the next one.